So Krista, this is my class, actually two classes, or maybe even a piece of the third. You know the story. I had teach these classes at NYU, from beginning photographer to exhibiting artist, 12 weeks. Theoretically, they start the first week. They perhaps have never even taken a picture. Week number 11, they have a show here in the gallery.
Okay.
And this is week number 6 or so, or depending which class. And we're looking at your work here, which is extraordinary. I think you know I love your work anyway, but you've done an incredible job here. Why don't you just tell them what you've done?
Well, how can I tell that? 2 years of work. And it started with me being interested in Fritz Lang. You know about Fritz Lang in German, who made the film Metropolis, yes. And then when I was here in New York, I was walking around and I got a vision, and I got Fritz Lang's vision. So I started to photograph, and maybe I've taken totally maybe 600,000 pictures. And then I started...
You're not exaggerating, are you?
No, not at all. Then I started to edit, and it's hard to make up your mind of which pictures you like best. And then next step came, that was how would I tone them. And since all my work basically is black and white, so that was a given. And then I started to tone in different, here and there, light, dark, and then I came up with this concept because it reminded me of Fritz Lang. And then I saw different things in my pictures, like this one. Fritz Lang movie is like people or robots, and they are fed to a machine, which are buildings. And this is what I saw. People in front of the building are fed to a machine, and out comes the smoke. And I kept going like that with my pictures. This one here, which is from the World Trade Center construction work, and I saw the cloud here has two eyes. I didn't add it myself by editing them. They just popped out when I started to elaborate with the lighting in the colors, in the clouds. And so that's about the story of, I mean, every picture perhaps have a story for me, but to make a short story, long story short.
Now, something you did interestingly is in your printing, you printed the mat, is that correct?
I printed them myself.
But I mean, you printed them with a mat on them. So in other words, it's an ink mat.
They are not matted, it's ink, yes. And the intention was to give the picture depth. And I was struggling because some of the pictures were very dark at the edge, and I saw that if I lighten them up, they kind of drag you into the picture.
Brilliant. Truly brilliantly done, I have to say.
Thank you.
That's something that, as you may perhaps understand, when you're teaching a class to do all this essentially in 10 weeks, one of those things, matting, suddenly becomes a big deal. You have, for the first time, given me a truly viable alternative that I can offer to them.
Very good. I'm happy about that. So,
were these printed using just, it says inkjet, so is it like basically consumer level inkjet technology?
Yeah, I work with a Epson printer, and speaking about printing, I mean, taking the pictures, it was one thing, but then edit and print. And I maybe have printed 20 times before I was happy with the print. So it's not like you put the paper in and there it is.
It has really great texture.
very cool.
During editing, because you say you had 600,000, did you have some preconceived rules?
600,000 now, maybe 602,000.
Ah, right. Okay, I was thinking 600.
No.
Still, the question is still valid. Because if you sat down with like a pool of photos, did you have your preconceived ideas of, you know, what rules they should fill, or did you, like your first edit, did you just take the photos that kind of had the feel, or did you have, they have to have, you know, we know the connection with Metropolis, but did they have to have something else? Because they're just such a group of like super combined, so we want to know the trick.
What can I say? I can say that the dark editing has always attracted me. I don't know why. Maybe it's the dark part in every person has something dark in them, I guess. We don't talk about it, but I cannot show it. So dark editing has been my thing up till now. Maybe I would change.
Did you use the same lens for every picture, or did you use a tilt shift lens, or just a regular
lens? Yes.
Anyone else?
One more.
Okay.
Did you change it to black and white in the camera or in editing?
I photograph sometimes with the camera set in black and white, but when you load up the picture to a computer, the color information is still there. But I always, as I said, I convert the picture to a black and white. And what I do, I use Nick software, Silver FX Pro.
Are your pictures exclusively single exposures, or have you blended multiple exposures to get this effect?
Single.
Great. Fantastic.
A lot of texture for single exposure. Fabulous. Okay, well, thank you so much, Krister. Brilliant job.
You're welcome.
Thank you.